Everybody, we made it to draft week. Crazy trade and player rumors are flying already. Be careful on those Twitter streets. Thomas, hit that intro.
Barstool Mincy of Barstool Sports here. I'm good friends with the Saints Happy Hour podcast, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm really just friends with Andrew Juge, so I support him because I feel sorry for him. Good dude, but way too bougie to take seriously when it comes to football.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Ralph? If he was an NFL GM, a team would never win a freaking game. Trade this, sign this guy. Awful ideas and armchair quarterbacking, full-blown panic every show.
Marcus Marquez Callaway.
With Dave, here's the key. When he talks, just mute or fast forward 5 minutes. Hopefully he's done talking by then and headed back to the bathroom where he seems to eternally live.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Then Kevin, man, why the hell is he still on the show? He doesn't even watch the damn games, and somehow they keep inviting him.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Podcasting poverty, man. Who dat?
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. We are live on Twitch. If you aren't, follow us on Twitch, and remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcasts. Smash that like button on YouTube. Also, become an annual patron at patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour and get 2 months for free. Annual patrons get a special welcome gift of our Saints season survival mug. You need to get one before they run out. If you're watching the live stream, you should donate to the show using Twitch. If we reach $100 tonight, gentlemen, I will drink 2 mini bar bottles from my gigantic mini bar booze collection. The catch, some of these are from the George W. Bush administration. This peanut whiskey is from 2014. And this peach schnapps is from 2007. It might taste like it might taste like peach schnapps and dishwater. So if we get to $100 in donations tonight, as soon as we get to $100 in donations tonight, boom, I'm drinking both of these. If I die during the show, Kevin, you're the host.
All right. First of all, I definitely want you to drink the peach schnapps one first. Second of all, come on, people, let's do this quickly so that he has to drink it now and you get really sick Ralph for like an hour.
Sick.
Yeah.
Buzzing, crippled Ralph.
Sick.
Jesus, don't scare me, man.
So here's the thing. Our off-season contest is underway. If you ever wanted to be on the main show and tell Kevin to shut up, or you wanted to enjoy Dave going to the bathroom in person, or you wanted to grill Andrew about his sources when he's here, now you can. The person who donates the most each week gets entered into our drawing to sit in with us on the main show. August 3rd, we'll have that drawing. You should do it. It's amazing. Thomas, do we have an MVP leader for this episode already?
We do it. Who that golfer with Twitch Prime 500 bits?
Plus, anyone who donates any amount during the show gets entered into a drawing to get one of our Crew to Taysom cups before they disappear forever. We only have like 15 of those left. They'll be a collector's item. You'll have to get them on eBay for like $8-9. What's everybody drinking tonight? Before I drink those horrible mini bar concoctions, I'm drinking a Shiner Strawberry Blonde.
Hang on.
Throat coat? Is that throat coat?
Throat coat.
Throat coat.
Oh, baby.
Throat coat.
All right, throat coat.
Why am I getting that? This is perfect.
I need to freshen up here, but I am enjoying a homemade Mai Tai, the Royal Hawaiian version.
All right. So we had to call audible because Juge is like, he's getting later and later and later. He's going to be so late. He's going to make Dave being late last week seem like Dave was early.
Yeah. By the way, if you haven't, go back and listen to the podcast that got posted today for patrons only, I believe. But it was a little behind the scenes. It was basically a cut of our discussion before and after last episode. And I enjoyed it, even though I wasn't on it. I enjoyed that you guys were making fun of me. And I do want to publicly apologize for being late. I'm sorry. I didn't know it caused so much stress. I'm never late. I'm usually early. I'm on time. Right. It was even noted by Thomas in that clip that that was the first time I was ever late. I felt that it was unwarranted, the insults that I took, but it's fine. I love you guys still nonetheless.
Well, when in the pre and post game show, you can rip Juge to shreds. And by the way, tell us if you like the behind the scenes podcast, patrons. We'll keep doing it. Some people said it was jarring, the behind the just there's no real intro. There's no me. It was just Thomas dropping 4-letter bombs to start, which I rather enjoyed. just Thomas coming in hot.
I dropped many more in Polish, by the way.
Listen, Kevin, we had to call an audible on the show tonight, not just because Juge is somewhere in Charlottesville drinking bougie stuff, maybe in a fancy pants dumpster. They're all nice. They're all nice in Charlotte.
Is this not a tennis thing? Reason that?
No, he's just, I don't know. He's just carousing or something. But here's the thing, Kevin. We had to call another audible because I'm scrolling Twitter as I do when my kids at soccer practice, training, or whatever, and I see Sean Payton is like, "Oh, the Denver Broncos are scouting it, but we're so far more advanced than the Saints. It's incredible. I need to keep up." And I was like, "This jerk." Thank you, Sean Payton. It's going to be so easy to hate you and root for you to be terrible. So that second round pick is top 40 this year. I'm not even kidding. This guy, the gall, Kevin, the gall of this jerk. I want to curse, but I won't because my son's still awake. The gall in this guy.
Yeah, it's early.
It's early.
Making it rain. There we go.
The gall. What you're not as offended by Sean Payton as me on this?
All right, let me read his exact quote or what's quoted in the news story. The analytics department.
Was this Benjamin?
No, it wasn't Benjamin. It was on the Saints wire.
By the way, has anybody done a health and wellness check on Benjamin Albright? Do we know?
He's back. He's back doing draft stuff. I think he's all right. His love triangle is back, stacked and put together like Voltron. He's like a Rocky Mountain Voltron.
Rocky Mountain Voltron. Very good. Man.
So here's his quote. The analytics department is something that is on a different level here. I'm like that driver of a new car that still hasn't figured out how to get the seat warmers on. It's pretty impressive, and it's new for me in a good way. I'm talking about the efficiency of the process. We weren't as far ahead, brackets, in New Orleans when we were looking at some of those players as to being able to pick up and access the information quickly.
Yeah, I guess.
So were the Saints using fucking passenger pigeon? Were they using a couple cards?
Well, we're well known. We're a well-known faxing organization. That's right. That's been documented. We might still be on the old fax.
So using the fax machine is the reason that Sean Payton gave away 2 first-round picks
for Davenport,
for Marcus Davenport,
instead of 4th-round pick on fire for Ian Book.
Why we drafted those Wake Forest guys that didn't pan out worth a crap. That's the reason why he drafted Al Woods. That's the reason why he drafted Charles Brown. That's the reason why we got Mike Hassan and didn't do anything with him. That's the reason why we got this. Look, I got 6 or 7 more names I could theoretically start yelling out. That's why we drafted a damn kicker, Melhoff, and didn't do anything with him. That's why we drafted Sean Canfield. That's why we drafted the guy that was a tight end quarterback hybrid and didn't do a damn thing with him either. Who was that's why we drafted Nick Toon, right? Because we had a fax machine. We weren't using.
Don't forget Stanley Jean Plantis.
Or weird touch screens or some, his, whatever the fiber optic network is.
What's the Tom Cruise movie where he's scrolling AI?
Sean Payton could probably flip this immediately. If all he did was to blame Entergy and Cox. If you can turn it around and just blame Cox and Energy, he'll immediately win everybody back on his side. But until then, look, Coach, fuck off.
You're dead to us.
All right?
You're dead.
We'll applaud you when you show up to the dome.
Down to the bottom
but
of the
until
barrel.
then, piss off.
I mean, look, I've said fairly recently that I think I like Sean Payton. I think more than Breeze. I think Sean Payton was more of the reason why the Saints became who they eventually became. But I tried to look at this. I tried to look at this rationally, and I came to the conclusion there's two options here. One is that Sean Payton was just trying to praise Denver.
Making it rain.
He didn't realize that in that process he's kind of stepping over the Saints and insulting the Saints. But I think that Sean Payton has been talking to the media long enough to know what to say and what not to say, and knows saying something like this would be taken negatively by Saints fans, maybe the Saints organization. I don't know. So the other option is he says this on purpose and he's taking shots, and I just
taking shots fired.
I'm just surprised.
Paulie says, bleep that guy. Who's Sean Payton? That's right, Paulie.
I'm surprised, but yeah, I don't see how they could not take this as a slight to them. And again, like I said, he could come out and say, well, I didn't really mean to, I wasn't saying anything bad about the Saints, but one, he mentions the Saints.
Yeah, he was.
You just quoted him. He called out the Saints in the thing. So he can't come back and say, well, I didn't really want to say anything negatively about the Saints. You specifically mentioned the Saints in your comments. So it's hard to see this any other way than
Sean. He backed.
We got Petty Sean is back. Actually, okay. Guess who's back? Broncos. By now, Broncos are looking good because
Petty Sean Payton is back.
Sean Payton is back.
He backed that Bronco bus over the Saints. He's mad. You know what, Kevin? He's mad that he doesn't have a first-round pick. That's what it is. He's ticked off about not having a first-round pick. He's taking shots.
Look, I'll say this.
Yeah,
he's on the clock now because we will remember this. I know Ralph and Andrew will remember this. So we'll check back in 3 years. Thomas, set a reminder 3 years from now.
Set a reminder.
Let's see how well the Denver Broncos have drafted in the last 3 years.
Check the timestamp on this.
If they better be high quality A+ drafts.
Thomas, I hear the buzzer going on. What do we got at the donations update? How close am I to drinking?
Start loosening the no, not the peanut, the schnapps. Start loosening the cap.
Dude, I only got the one good arm, Dave. This could be hard. Sally, I need help. Where are we, Thomas, on donations?
Hatchet John just gifted 5 tier 1 gift subs, so we are almost halfway. Also, thanks to Mike Baggett for subscribing with Twitch Prime, Saints Rabbit for cheering 100 bits, and Big JMC also for the Twitch Prime.
I'm willing to kill my liver $100 at a time, Kevin.
Okay, so I wanted to look at the Broncos picks. The Broncos, they've got 2 picks in the top 100, 67 and 68 back-to-back. I went to the PFF big board and wanted to just look at some of the players that are right before that and right after that. So Matthew Bergeron, tackle, Kaylee Ringo, cornerback, center, Joe Tipman, cornerback, Julius Brents, cornerback, Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson, who has fallen quite a bit, who you could fit him in your damn pocket, cornerback Darius Rush, and linebacker Trenton Thompson. So basically some mostly defensive players in that outside of the tackle and the
Denver,
center.
Thank God the Saints won't be picking at 71 and they'll trade that pick or move up or whatever, because
man, can
67,
you? No.
I'm just saying you need to say goodbyes to pick 71.
Stop with that.
Come on now.
I'm kind of pretty much with Ralph.
I mean, it's done. It's done.
Sure.
Like,
maybe they'll get another 3rd round pick somewhere down the line.
Like Kevin, I think in a weird way, I think if the Saints get on the clock at 29, it will be the closest you'll ever get to the Saints trading down in the history of this podcast. I don't think that's going to happen because I think they'll trade up. But if they somehow got to pick 29 and they're on the clock, I think it's the best chance we'll ever have to get them trading down. And then they could trade down and then trade up at 71 again. And it could be your dream. It could be your dream chaos draft where they're moving around a ton.
Here's the deal. If they trade up with 29 and 71, they need to trade down at 40 to get a couple more picks in that top, to get a couple extra picks back in the top 100, hopefully, that you could get. And 40 is a high enough value that you could get two more picks in the top 100. I'm looking at the trade value chart right now, which is something Sean Payton probably should have done when he was looking over the Marcus Davenport trade.
When he was using MS-DOS to run the Saints draft. And
10 print, 20 print.
He had chiseled tablets here in New Orleans. He couldn't, I mean, in Denver.
Yeah, actual stone tablets.
He just had white cotton candles. That was all he could go by. Depending on the smell. That's who he drafted. Okay, so wait, the Saints currently have 6 total draft picks this year, right?
That is eight.
Oh, we have
they got
8?
29. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 29, 40, 71, 115, 146, 165, 227, and 257.
Okay. Over under, the Saints end up with 6 draft picks.
No. Put a half on that. I'm tired of this. We want no options to push.
6.5.
Over or under.
6.5 draft. They have 6.5 players at the end of the draft.
Ooh. Over. Under. Under. I mean, that's just
no way they'll have 8 draft picks. That's crazy. That's unheard of. That's a full draft class. Nobody does that.
7 is, but
7.
You know what? I'm putting my heart out there again, because what else am I going to do? And I'll say over. I'll say over.
Well, here's the thing, Kevin. You are the mock draft aficionado. You're doing mock drafts as we're waiting to do the show. You do mock drafts during the show, and we did it too. By the way,
pretty rude, actually.
No, it's great. So here's the thing.
What I do, Dave?
Be rude. I know. So here's the thing. Kevin did 2 amazing shows. You did the Risers, and if you haven't listened to them, I'll plug them again. They're great. But Kevin, who do you see when you do these drafts that's like falling? And like, what do you see? Like, because we had a lot of chaos yesterday and today, like rumors, like maybe Mayonnaise Man, Will Levis, maybe he's going to go top 4. Maybe Carolina won him. The rumor on Reddit was that that he's telling his friends that Carolina said they would take him. He went from 50-1 to be the first pick to 5-1. So
wait a minute. He's not. It's not mayonnaise. It's milk.
No, he puts mayonnaise in coffee.
Oh.
And it's gross.
Okay.
It's grosser than this if I have to drink it. Believe it.
Yeah. Can we get to 100, please?
Yeah.
I also, by the way, because Andrew was so adamant about Will Levis too, I put a future on Will Levis being the first overall pick.
Oh, wow.
So you got like a month ago.
Oh, that's right. You're in modern society, Louisiana, and you can gamble on your phone whenever you feel like it, like an adult.
That's right. Let me log in and see what I don't remember what odds I got.
But Kevin, what do you like as you go to this draft and we get into the top 10? Like, what do you see sort of happening that maybe you didn't see like the first couple of weeks? What are you seeing in these mocks? Is anything like popping in the first 10 where you're like, oh, that's new?
God, man, there's not enough time there to get into it. Oh, we got to run in from the kid. There we go. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Dream of trading down, young child.
Trade down. It's the way of the world.
Yeah, mostly what I noticed is I mostly noticed stuff at the back end of the draft because that's kind of where I live. Like, whenever I've done the trade up thing, it's either to land one of 2 people, and that's either Lucas Van Ness or the Clemson guy Murphy. Yes. So I usually am going up I'm usually going to 20, anywhere from 20 to 22, and I take the one that's there.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing a lot of I don't see a lot of movement up top because I'm not paying attention to it. I mostly see stuff at the back end. Case in point, there is a wide receiver, and let me pull up my mock draft channel here because
you're turning into like a Mel Kiper here. You got like the look.
Todd.
Yeah.
Let me see. Grant.
By the way, I got the Panthers drafting Will Levis at plus 4,000, and I got Will Levis being the number 1 draft pick at plus 5,000.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got Grant.
This was back to
Grant Dubose as a guy who was not doing anything. Like this. Let me make sure that I got the. Come on, big board. Dubose. And this is all because Juge isn't here right now. So, all right. So Trent. So he's been hanging in the 240s, the 220, 240 range for the last month plus. He dipped a few weeks ago, so I guess I wasn't noticing him, but there's been movement with him.
I like how Kevin treats players like stocks, like he's Jim Cramer.
Well, I'm doing this blind, and I'm doing this blind, and I'm telling you, I'm more likable and successful than that guy. So this Grant Dubose kid, he's 6'2", weighs 200 pounds, true junior, not even 20. He's not 22 yet. He's playing out of Charlotte. And before playing in Charlotte, I didn't even know that. Before playing in Charlotte, he was a transfer. So he was playing at Miles College, which is an HBCU in Alabama.
Wow.
Never even heard.
So this guy has come from left field entirely and has done pretty damn well. Actually, here's something hilarious. He got drafted in the USFL by the Birmingham Stallions, which is actually as close to his home team as possible.
He got drafted by the USFL, and now he's going to get drafted by the NFL. That's wild.
Right. So if Dubose is there at 227 or 257, I think the Saints should take a flyer on him.
I like that.
Even if they draft, unless they take a wide receiver with one of their first 2 picks, which I think is unlikely.
Yeah.
And I would advise against
that.
You can take a wide receiver with your 3rd pick or even your 4th pick. And again, I'm assuming all the picks right now are staying pat. You could take one of them there or one of your tight ends. But take a flyer on Grant Dubose if he's there at 227 or 257.
Dave,
all right. Well, we're going to have to wake up our audience after that.
Well, Dave, I was going to say, listen, we knew it was going to happen, but Aaron Rodgers got traded to the Jets, which means however you rank the quarterbacks in the NFC, Derek Carr just moved up a spot. So this is my question. Do you think Aaron Rodgers, now that it's official and he's moved on, Saints more aggressive and be like, the NFC's even more wide open? We're doing it. We're being more aggressive than we already are, and we're already super aggressive. Do you think it changes the Saints?
No,
just a little.
No, I think that would be dumb. I think that they've got to go into this thinking that Jordan Love is going to just step right up and be just as good as Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my God!
Because that's what the Packers are thinking. I definitely think they should plan for that. Please, it's a plan for the worst, hope for the best kind of situation.
Please, listeners, donate so I can start drinking these mini bar things so Dave's takes can be less horrible on me. Please continue to donate. I haven't heard the chime in a while. Please donate.
Horrible or makes total sense and are rational and thoughtful.
Well, I tried to lead into that. We don't like. I tried to lead into that, and Andrew's not here yet, so we'll get.
I was not this late, by the way, on the last week.
No, you. This is. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the Andrew text. Sorry guys, I'm not showing it. We got his draft stuff. We'll run Andrew's draft without him because Thomas has it all. Thomas has all of it. We'll just run it without him.
Fire off a text. Let's see if he responds. Somebody fire off a text.
So here's my question. because the Aaron Rodgers thing, you can shoot it down all you want. That he's gone. Derek Carr moved up in the rankings of the quarterbacks, and the Saints.
I'm not shooting that down. I think that's like mathematically.
The Saints aren't changing their thinking,
right? Yeah, I mean, like, what? Come on.
Okay, so that's fair. But Kevin, listen, I know this is going to break your heart.
I also don't know why Aaron Rodgers wanted to go to the Jets so badly.
I don't need like.
To me, that's so bizarre. That is so bizarre. I can't remember any player, such a high profile player that like how bizarre. How bizarre.
There we go. Thank you.
I mean, Favre did it for a year.
And that worked out.
2 years, wasn't it? Wasn't he with the Jets?
1 year.
Years?
It was 1 year. Just 1 year.
Oh, you sure?
Okay.
I thought he was.
Yeah, it was just 1 year. And you're right. It didn't work out. But here's my question, Kevin. I know it's going to break your heart, but I use you as my avatar because you are our draft guy. And you know it. You know these players better than any of us. So as you're sitting there and just draft night, and it's Thursday.
Yeah, I know.
What player or players, if we start getting to pick 10 with Philadelphia, where we know the Saints have done business with them, or a players gets to pick 10, 11, what players that fall? And I'm not saying you're for it, because we know you're president of.
You're hitting that wire.
Yeah.
I'm president of what?
No, that's his Wi-Fi, man.
I know. No, I'm plugged in. I'm hardwired, Thomas. It's totally me hitting the wire.
Maybe both.
Ralph's hard?
I know you're not for it, Kevin. I know you're not for trade. But what player or players will fall that you will start to panic and you will say, oh, God, the Mickey Loomis has initiated the YOLO launch code. Everything's on the table to get this player or that player at pick 10 or 11 if they fell.
Lucas Van Ness on March 2nd, and I'm not looking at the updated number now, but as of March 2nd, he had a RAS of 9.75.
That's right.
Numbers all look real good.
Razzmatazz checks all the boxes.
Yeah.
Big school.
It's really like edge like that's the guy. Like we need an edge defender. He fills the need. That's a guy that we need a successor for Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan, you got what? 1 more year, maybe 2.
Maybe 2. That's right.
And like that's a guy. I just hate having to draft up to do it.
Here's the thing, Dave, and I sort of not myself, but I didn't think of it. We've always said, look, the 71st pick, kiss it goodbye. But what I didn't think of until this past week is I kind of forgot Saints have the Denver 2nd round pick, and if you package 71 and the Denver 2024 2nd, you can, depending on your trade value chart of choice, you can get as high as 8. So what's a player that you would see that you'd be like, man, it's YOLO time, Saints are going to do it? Player that would fall.
I went with, what's his name? Will Anderson?
Oh, yeah. He'd have to crime to fall to 10.
Yeah, right? Well, that's well. Hey, we're working in a fantasy scenario here, so
that's right.
If I'm gonna dream, I'm gonna dream, baby. Dream
that's
big.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a top 3, top 5 talent.
We need Will Anderson's uncle to leak a tape of him with a gas mask getting high. That's what we need.
Yeah, something like that, or a ridiculous run on quarterbacks
coming to New Orleans.
Yeah, or like some unprecedented, like a run on quarterbacks that nobody saw. I mean, right now nobody's expecting like Bryce and Levis and
October says it's Stroud or bust.
So yeah, I would go with that. And he's from Alabama. He's been coached well. He's comes from a good team.
Stock.
Good stock. He's on the defensive line. He's a pass rusher, an edge rusher. And look, Ralph, like you said, you've always said this. It's been a while since I've heard you say this, but like you can't. You have to like draft a pass rusher, like unless
you can't.
You're either paying, three figures, $100 million for a known pass rusher, or you got to draft them.
Yeah,
and hopefully this is one of the guys where you draft them and then you can keep them. And
you got to draft them, and you got to draft them in round 1. Like Trey Hendrickson, the Saints got him in round 3, and he's a 10-sack guy, all pro. Like, he's a freaking unicorn. Like, those odds tell you got to get a pass rusher in the first round.
I'm not endorsing trading up, by the way. I want to go on the record.
I think,
especially not up to 8.
Listen, man, I'm just telling you.
My God.
The rumor is, Kevin, that Atlanta, they like Bijan Robinson, but they want out of the 8th spot. I'm just saying, Mickey Loomis.
Why would the Falcons want to do business with us?
Because you get 71 and you get the 2024 Denver second, and you build and you like.
Yeah. I mean, that would knock the Saints down to just 5 picks in 2024.
Yeah.
Then 2 of those 5 are in round 6. I mean, honestly, here's my thing about trading down. The Saints should try and get something for 2024. Like, don't even worry about 2025. Try and get an extra pick for 2024.
I know they won't do it, and we're talking about trading up here.
I know.
But the thing is, I feel like you look at this draft, I feel like the difference between pick 29 and pick like 70, like there isn't much difference. And I would just love for the Saints to just like be like, we're going to try to get 4 dudes between 29 and 100. Like, that would be like my ideal scenario. One, because this draft is they're all clustered in that area, Kevin, I feel. And like, this roster for the Saints,
they're going to be the only 4 dudes that we get. That's it.
Well, that's okay though. Like, if you got 4 guys in the top 100, I'd be cool with it. The thing is,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Or 4 or 5, maybe. Like, the thing is with this roster, Dave, I just look at it. Defensive line, they got a lot of guard. They got a lot of holes, and they got a lot of depth. I think it, like, at the top, it's okay, but I feel like it's really fragile, and they need bodies. And I would just love for them to do it. But to your point, I know we joke about Will Anderson not being there, but I just feel like there's going to be a guy that's going to fall, and it's just the Saints aren't going to be able to help them. So they're just like, I don't know. They're just like me.
Well, is
with
that
alcohol? I can't say no, and I lose all self-control.
What did we do last year? Who did we draft last year?
I mean, who we did
in the first round?
We drafted Olave, we drafted Penning, and we drafted Alante Taylor. So there you go.
Yeah, we only had 5 picks.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just wondering, like, whether, like, is the trade up thing, was that, like you said, Ralph, there's going to be somebody that falls. We're not going to be able to help ourselves. Like, was that Payton? Was that Payton who was doing that and guiding that? Like, are we going to, is that still in play now with Payton gone?
Well,
like,
I mean, Payton was gone and they still did it. Yeah. I mean,
right.
I don't know. It's interesting that the trade up last year with Philadelphia.
Andrew's liking text messages between us during the show. Meanwhile, he's not on the show.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
In the studio, Juge. Saute him in the post-game show. His dad managed to make it on time. Loomis blow a draft, catastrophizing too early. Mr. Juge, no, that's not really Mr. Juge. You're too positive for that. Somebody has hacked Mr. Juge's Twitch account and is just spouting off negativity. Mr. Juge is the most positive Saints fan I know.
I just wanted to do a wellness check on Kevin because Thursday is approaching rapidly. Kevin, I want to make sure that, like, the Saints are not trading down. Like, you're going to be okay. Like, I just want to make sure that the bar, you've set it appropriately here. I wouldn't want you to have high expectations for them not to be met. I think that's not likely to happen. So please, I love you. I care about your mental health, and I think it would be best.
I'll be trying to take care of my mental health.
If you prepare for the worst.
I'll be trying to take care of my mental health Thursday evening before we have to get on the call.
My guy that I worry that would fall because it's rumored that the Saints really like him. The coaches have been calling and they like him. And I'm going to yelling at people on Twitter about him is Kalijah Cansey, the guy from Pittsburgh. Because he's got not like short arms. He's got like T-Rex baby arms. Like today on Twitter, Kevin, I said to people, because people are like, it doesn't matter if it's an inch short or whatever. I made the challenge to people. I said, find me one guy in the last 30 years that has arms less than 31 inches and who was good. And I will send you a booze bundle. It took about an hour, but I got two names. Culpepper, the defensive tackle from the Bucks, Brad Culpepper. I've never heard of him. I don't remember him. He got drafted by the Vikings in the 10th round, got cut, went to Tampa, played next to Warren Sapp, a Hall of Famer, Derek Brooks, yada, yada, yada. And he was really good. The other one, rest in peace, Cortez Kennedy, the Hall of Fame defensive tackle, Seahawks, intern for the Saints, by the way. But that's it. That's the only two dudes ever with arms less than 31 inches who have succeeded and been good in the NFL the last 30 years. And Saints Twitter loves Cansey from Pittsburgh. I guess it's like he's got the Aaron Donald smell on him or something. I don't know.
The scent.
He's got the Aaron Donald scent. But how do we feel about him? Because I feel like he's a Twitter Saints Twitter fave. What's your feelings on him, and where do you see where are the mocks? Where are they putting him?
Well, dude, I mean, once you brought up the arm length thing, or once the arm length thing came up in the mock draft channel on Discord, I stopped taking him. I just let him go. He's no longer been a consideration for me. It's either if I'm going defense and they fall to me, it's either Brees, Miles Murphy, or Mazzie Smith. And that's if they fall to me. So it's one of those guys.
I think Mazzie Smith will be there at 40, Dave. I don't. Oh, look who it is! Look who it is! Juge saying he's going to be 15 minutes late. It's 8:30. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate it.
Islanders are winning 3-1.
What's the problem?
What's the problem? Oh, just that
frequency, Kenneth.
Just that, it's your week for the mock draft.
Well, look, I'm drinking a champion beer here, shower beer. So,
There you go.
I appreciate he's getting right to it, though.
Cheers, guys. Wait, is Dave drinking? Should I pour this out?
No, I'm drinking.
Thank you, Thomas. Hit it again, like 3 straight times. Just bang, bang, bang.
Fuck you, Andre George.
Thanks.
There we go.
Yeah.
The remix edition.
That's cathartic for me. So Andrew,
Thomas,
you're here. I'll get you. You can do our final topic. What Saints player, if he's there at pick 10, it's time to do the Loomis trade up cone of uncertainty. YOLO codes initiated. What player would that be at pick 11, 10, 11, 12, where you'd be like, everything's on the table? The 2023 first, the Denver second.
I'll go with Edge from Texas Tech. Tyree. Did anyone give that answer already?
No, he's got gangrene of the foot or something.
Yeah, I'm going with him.
Yeah,
Tyree Wilson.
Trade him, Tyree. He's good. He looks good. I mean, I just like.
Well, look, he's the Saintsiest of all guys. Now he didn't test at the combine, so we don't have a RAS score for him. But he's like 6'6", 270. Mammoth defensive end. So we know that on size alone, he definitely hits elite RAS score.
Yeah.
Strength, he's going to have that. I don't know quickness-wise, agility-wise, if he's going to have it, but he was very productive at Texas Tech. So, I would be surprised if he fell out of the top 10. But look, I think if Mickey Loomis is going to trade up for a guy, this would be the guy that I wouldn't be surprised to see the Saints go after. That's like the guy that no one's really talking about.
Yeah. So, Thomas, before we get to Andrew's mock draft, where are we on the donations update, and how close are we to me having to drink peanut butter whiskey from like more than a decade ago?
We are more than halfway there, Rolf. And Andrew's dad joined the fun with 1,500 bits, but Hachi John is still in the lead.
He got excited because I finally showed up.
That's right. Your dad was here on time. Why couldn't you be? So Andrew, it's your turn to do a mock draft.
Yes.
So you are on the clock. Let's get started.
All right. Well, I'm going to actually do a good draft. I'm not going to do this trash that Ralph did, where he trades up. I'm not going to do this trash that Kevin does, where he trades down. I'm not going to do this trash that Dave does, where he takes two-lane players and whatnot.
Okay.
I am actually going to make the Saints better for now and the long haul. So
I never took.
If you subscribe to making the Saints better and nailing a draft, this is the draft that you.
I hope you get the picks in on time.
Oh, I'm getting them in on time, buddy.
Yeah, you're on the clock, by the way.
All right. Well, let's see.
So who's
Pick
available?
29. Pick 29. What we got, Thomas?
Who we got is available. Show them.
Wow.
And so you're not trading.
Come on.
Kevin's already happy.
Kevin's
Some gaming in the system right there. You're going to tell me that Dalton Kincaid, Bijan Robinson, Brian Breesy, Mazzie Smith, and Tyree Wilson all fall down to pick 29.
That's right.
What sort of alchemy was cast here?
You know what? That's right. We never set any ground rules for like what settings we had to set the thing at.
That's
And
right.
I kind of left it at their normal settings where they had it at. But this makes me think Andrew adjusted it. So like,
No. First of all, when I did this mock draft, Bijan Robinson was not available at 29. And if he was, I would have taken him. So this board of best available is under protest already because Thomas is trying to Thomas is trying to hijack this process. He's trying to embarrass me. He's trying to make it look like I passed on guys better than the guy I took. So I literally just said I wanted Tyree Wilson. He's not available at 29, Thomas.
I mean, unless
Like,
he
why
commits
are you
a
doing
crime
this to
between
me?
now and Thursday. It's early in the week, Andrew.
I would probably take Dalton Kincaid over the guy that I took.
Hey, this is the real draft, man. Come on.
All right, so I would say the realistic ones, Breesy,
And Mazzie Smith.
Brian Brzee.
Brzee.
Yeah.
Brzee, like a sports Brzee.
Not Breezy?
Wait, Brzee, like
Brzee.
Brzee?
Brzee.
Brzee. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Brzee.
oh yeah, of course the Frenchman gets it.
Drew Brees.
Brzee.
Brzee.
You've been dropping, before you make this pick, Andrew, you've been dropping breadcrumbs in the Twitter
Baguette
Discord.
crumbs.
Not the Twitter, in the
Rough,
Discord.
we are getting close, man.
We're getting close? Okay, good. You've been dropping
shit, I
breadcrumbs
might
in the
donate money just to
Discord
get there.
about Breesy. You've been dropping the
Brzee.
breadcrumbs. Your sources, what are they telling you? Because I feel like you, Nick Underhill, everybody's sort of coalescing around that guy.
I think he's got the size. I think at defensive tackle, the Saints don't feel like they're there. And so while they like Shepard and Saunders, the guys they added, and they're certainly going to be in the rotation, I think they would love to add a guy that's going to pocket push a little bit more, especially on pass rushing downs. And to me, Brzee is a guy that fits that demographic. Yeah, he can play the run. He's going to be a defensive tackle. He's going to be stout, but he's less of a run stuffer and more of a physical pass rusher that can push the pocket, that has the strength, that has the physicality, that has the quick first step. And when you look at his RAS score, obviously it's very high. tested high at the combine. So this is a defensive tackle. And look at Clemson. He played at the highest level. So he's a guy I really like. Now, this board of available players, I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's probably 3 guys I would take over him. So, Thomas, you're trying to make me look bad. You can go to hell.
Thomas.
This is not the mock
Extra
draft.
meats and cheeses for
This
you.
is not the mock draft that I was working with.
Don't lie, man. Don't lie, man. Come on. First you are late, now you are lying. Come on.
Yeah, I would take Tyree Wilson and I would take Bijan Robinson both over Bresee, but that's the pick. Well, actually, we'll let the commissioner know.
That's right. Do the pick.
With the 29th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Brian Bresee, defensive tackle from Clemson.
There you go.
Hatches John just dropped a bunch of money. That's got to put us.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 6'5", he's got the height. He fits the profile of the size that the Saints want. And look, if you look at these highlights, the pocket push, it's that. It's just a pass rushing down. Quarterback goes back to pass, or even on a running play, and he's just getting up the field. And that's what you want in a defensive tackle.
And his younger sister died of cancer. He got strep throat and it turned into like yellow fever and he had to go to the hospital. So like he had like the year from hell, and like that made his tape and whatever not good, because hey, if your sister dies and you get yellow fever / strep throat, you're probably going to like not be focused on football. So like,
I know the Saints like him, for the record. The Saints like him. That's all I'll say.
So Thomas,
He did have an ACL tear in 2021.
He's a perfect Saint. He checks every box for the Saints. Checks every box.
Yep.
Down to the unique medical.
But look, here's the thing. Like, I know we just looked at best available, and I don't think any of those players that Thomas listed outside of Smith might be available. But at 29, you got to take some risk. Whether it's character flaws, athletic flaws, or injury, you're not getting a perfect player at 29. You got to be picking in the top 10 to get that.
Thomas, have we reached $100?
It's time to drink, man. Come on.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
I gotta drink the peach schnapps from the George W. Bush administration.
And can you guys explain to me what's going on? Because I told you might have noticed, I got here late.
If you want to know what's going on, you can arrive on time, and then you'll be in the loop. No, you're just gonna have to suffer.
So that's rich coming from you, Dave.
I said
Andrew,
wait, hold on. By the way, Kevin, hold on. By the way, Andrew, wait until you hear the behind the scenes podcast from this podcast when we talk about you being late.
Become a patient, Andrew.
I have to drink. I have to drink from the mini bar collection that I have, Andrew, and this peach schnapps is from the George W. Bush administration, and it
It is not. You said it was 2014.
14. Oh, that's right. That would be Obama's first term. Here we go.
Thanks, Obama.
Not even.
Jesus, you didn't have to drink the whole thing.
Yes, he did, Kevin.
That was peach schnapps.
At least you took it like a man. It was also Obama's second term.
You got to chase that with a beer.
No.
It tasted like
we got like at least 5 screenshots out of that.
It tasted like a dog ate a peach and licked my face. Do the next pick and I'll drink the next one after we do the next pick. I'm really scared of this one. Oh, this is peanut butter. Go to the next pick, Thomas. Oh God, that is gross.
All right, so for the next pick, we've got some options. We got a quarterback, if you want to go quarterback, Stanford, Tanner McKee. We've got, how do you pronounce this, Kevin? Dayon Henley, the linebacker.
Dayon.
So I'm looking at these picks, and so we got Keon White, the defensive end, 992 Raz. But we got Jahmyr Gibbs.
Harry Belafonte shout out.
Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back out of Alabama. So I'm not going to lie. as I look at this, I am tempted by both because running back is a need for the Saints, and we know that Gibbs has been a stud for the Crimson Tide, and
your dad,
that's a guy that you could lobby for. But
I have Gibbs' fat head right there. Just so
yeah.
God, keep going, Juge.
Well, I mean, I'm the one making the pick. This is my draft, so you guys debate amongst yourselves.
I mean, I have been saying on the radio hits that I do, on the Discord, in my WWL column that'll drop Wednesday, Thursday. Patrons will get it early. You should be a patron. You get all the good jokes that WWL cuts out. I've been saying, like, they better get out of this draft on Saturday and have a freaking running back, because as Dave's lawyer friend explained, there's a better than zero chance that not only is Kamara going to get suspended, he might go to jail, like jail. So like the Saints better have a running back.
Right. I just think it's funny that nobody has tried saying Tuli Tuipulotu's name and suggested that we get him. I mean, if you get a defensive interior man and then you get an edge defender, you've got the defensive line locked down.
Keon White,
his name is hard to pronounce.
I mean, Keon White is a Saint. He's very Saintsy because he's got the 992 Raz. That's extremely Saintsy.
It's like, do you take a running back at round? I mean, look, I've done it on mocks. Charbonnet has been there, from UCLA, so I've taken him. But it's like, not often.
Schnapps is bad.
It's like, do you take a? Then again, out of these options, out of the 5 options you've got, like, me, I'd be looking for a guard, or I'd be looking for, who are the highest tight ends available at 40? I don't know.
Yeah, War God says take Archain later, the Texas A&M running back. But Andrew, what's the pick?
Yeah, so actually, Kevin, you kind of nailed my thought process. I was really tempted to take Gibbs, the running back out of Alabama, but at the end of the day, I'm like, man, let's fix the front four. Let's fix our pass rush. Go, and without further ado, go ahead, Thomas.
Go ahead, Thomas.
With the 40th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Keon White, defensive end from Georgia Tech.
Raz.
So look, I mean, another 6'5" player. He's 286. Yeah. And at the end of the day, the Saints lost Onyemata. They lost Caden Ellis. They lost Trey Hendrickson a couple years ago. They've lost Davenport, and the defensive line has to get better. And they have to hit on these picks. So I just feel like when you pick up Keon White, you pick up Rasee, it's not great. We didn't get a running back. We didn't get a tight end. There's other positions that you could look at and you could say, man, I wish we would have gotten something here with the first 2 picks. But at the end of the day, our defensive line sucks right now. And I think with these 2 picks, the Saints got a lot better up front.
Andrew, that would be 4 firsts and a second since 2018 invested in the defensive line.
When your defensive line is bad, you can't think about the past, so you got to think about the now. That's the thing.
Some cost fallacy.
I mean, look, guys, can you blame us? We just don't have the same kind of technology and information that the Denver Broncos have.
That's right.
And it's really hard for an organization like the Saints to keep up with just such advanced.
Do you think they'll send Keon White like a telegram telling him he's a Saint now? Like
a singing telegram.
Singing telegram, carrier pigeon. Andrew, if you'd have been on time, you'd have known that we didn't
you would get these callback jokes.
Right. Sean Payton being an a-hole and saying that the Saints are, using MS-DOS and Coyote.
Yeah, they're on Outlook.
MS Paint.
Microsoft Outlook, and yeah,
they're on Vista.
Yeah, and the Broncos are using Google.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like
they're using Skype.
Jim Harbaugh uses exclusively Excel. He does everything in spreadsheets.
He does everything. Yeah.
If you've ever listened to that Barstool interview,
the Saints use Skype, and as longtime listeners of this podcast will tell you, Skype is the wrong choice for any decision you have to make. So I'm gonna drink the Peanutty now before Andrew's.
Just for fun?
No, I have to.
You have to drink both of them?
I have to drink both of them.
That was the deal.
That was the deal. It doesn't even smell like peanut butter. It smells like Levi's jeans.
That's probably because you got COVID from the peach schnapps.
I got COVID. You know what it smells like? It smells like a combination of like peanut butter and like new car smell. This scares me. All
right.
This idea of me drinking liquors was Thomas's idea, and it was a bad idea. All the cool stuff you did before, Thomas, to get on Andrew and all that I'm forgetting about all that. Me drinking alcohol to raise money for the podcast was a terrible idea.
Down the hatch.
Ugh. I feel sick just watching this. Look, I think he's gonna puke.
Is the cat nearby?
Oh my God! Set me over the edge. Oh.
Edge defender or
how bendy are you right now, Ralph?
My vomit Raz is a 9.2. Oh my God!
Making it rain.
Making it rain what?
And look, all you people in the I hate all of you. I hate all of you.
Actually, I mean, Ralph, no, this is a blessing. You can't mispronounce people's names if you can't talk.
That's right.
That's a fair point.
Verbal meme, the guy tapping his temple.
Oh, that is.
I'm going on a all guys golfing trip to Mississippi this weekend, and somebody bought one of those buckets of Fireball. Yeah. I'm not partaking in any of that.
You would rather do 6 shots of Fireball than this peanut butter.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Probably. What are you doing next, Ralph? That's what I.
No, that was the two of them.
That was it. It was just 2.
That was it. I tell you what. Next week, if you donate 150, I'll do 4.
Come on, man. You need to be alive to,
I might donate to our podcast. Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to donate to our podcast?
Yeah. People don't need money, Ralph. Come on, man.
You and I will put 50 each, so we're already at 100. We just need 50 from the audience.
Yeah, just donate 50. Dave and I got the rest.
Hatchet John says careful what you wish for.
I'm in dire straits.
In fact, in an effort to exceed you on the bougie meter, I'll donate 51.
Oh my God. Andrew's dad says he's in for 50.
Yeah, we're already at 150.
Thomas had an idea of the wheel of shame, and we would spin it, and each one of us would have to do it if we raised the amount of money each week. But no, I think people are just like, we want to see Ralph's liver die each week, just a little bit of it.
Wait, so can you tell us again what the last one was? It was peanut what?
It was peanut butter whiskey. And it was from
there are some things you just don't mix. And
Dave, what year did I say that was from?
2000 and it was 9 years old.
Yeah, it was 9. It was 9. So 2014. 2014. Yes. And this one was 2012, I think. They're old. They're old, Andrew. They're really old. They're from my wife will collect them when she goes and does like weddings, and she'll get stuff and like party favors, mini bars, whatever. And they're really old.
That's called theft.
It's really disgusting is what it is.
Should we get back to our draft?
Yeah, we should. Ralph's liver is about
draft. We should get back to your draft, though.
I fixed the defensive line.
This is not our draft, okay?
You fixed the defense. You fixed the defensive line.
If you're taking 3 picks in the first 3 rounds, you do not speak for all of us. I will tell you that much right now.
No, hey, great. After the disasters that were Ralph's draft,
Yes.
In Dave's draft,
You're feeling this.
the fact that we even have 3 out of 3 here is incredible.
That's a win for Kevin. And by the way,
you just gave me. I will take your hug, Kevin.
I just want to say, I want the Saints to trade down at some point in this draft because me and Thomas have come up with the greatest sound effect fun. If it happens, we are going to celebrate it.
You're jinxing it. I'm knocking on wood here. Don't do that.
We're going to put it out in the atmosphere. Like the vomit that I'm about to have, and it's gonna come true. We're gonna manifest it. We're gonna have a dream board, and we're gonna put trade down on there. It's gonna be great. This is horrible. All right,
what city do you think the Saints will be playing in when they trade down next?
Kiev.
You mean which city on Mars, right?
Yeah, right.
What's the biggest city in Poland, Thomas?
Is there life on
Warsaw.
Mars?
Warsaw. They'll be the Warsaw.
The Warsaw Saints.
The Warsaw Saints. When
How do you say Saints
Warsaw
in
Eagles. Warsaw Eagles. Saints Święci.
Saints the Święcki. The Warsaw Święckis.
Andrew's dad demands the Mora I want to vomit soundbite, and that is really mean, Mr. Juge. Tom, Andrew, get to your third pick. We got to get to your third pick.
Let's do it. What's available, Tomas?
Let's go. Islanders won, baby. I got to go tell my son. Coming back to New York. Let's go.
All right.
Dave's in his I care about hockey for that 4 weeks a year where he cares about hockey.
So we're down to the 71st pick, and we've got a running back, Devin from Texas A&M, but his RAS is really bad. We've got Cedric Tillman, the receiver from Tennessee.
I mean,
we've got Washington, the tight end out of Georgia. He's he's over 9 RAS.
Is that legitimate, or is that a Thomas insert to make you look bad? Is he really there at 71?
Who? Which one?
Darnell Washington.
Oh yeah, Darnell Washington. I mean, and then Zavala, the guard out of where's he out of? NC State.
Yeah. He's a riser.
Yeah,
and
he's a
riser. Williams.
Yeah, well, I'm not taking him, so you know, I've already taken 2 defensive players. So look, I look at this and I want an offensive player here. I fix the defensive line. We got to address the offense.
Yep.
Ideally, I pick running back here, but again, like
that RAS,
it doesn't feel like the great spot for it.
It's a RAS. Nasty.
I'm really tempted by the guard, and I know that's not sexy. Again, that's a trenches pick, but like Andrews Pete is
yes.
You know,
you want Andrews Pete off your TV.
What are you thinking, Kevin?
Like from everybody there. So my immediate thought was there's no way that the Saints sign Derek Carr to this big money deal and the first 3 picks are all defensive players. So
that's a good point.
Right.
Honestly, I don't think the first 2 players are going to be defense for the Saints in the draft. But based on what you did, there's no way we were getting 3 in a row defense. And plus, Garrett Williams is, I think Garrett Williams is a little undersized as a cornernback anyway. And so I was kind of like letting him go by the wayside. Darnell Washington.
Yes.
Darnell Washington, I do like. I do wonder if he fits. I guess I was looking more for a tight end that could do some blocking too. And I can't remember if like I saw notes that maybe the blocking numbers weren't that good or whatever. Cedric Tillman as a wide receiver, I do like, but I feel like you can get a wide receiver in the mid rounds or even the late rounds. If you were here at the start of the show, Juge, I opined on Grant Dubose from Charlotte.
Like worst 2 minutes of the month on this podcast.
Oh, pipe down. From Charlotte, he's a riser into the 7th round. Like that's a guy that'll be there. There are other people in the mids.
Well,
I am looking at the unsexy pick of Chandler Zavala out of NC State.
Let's to be fair, Darnell Washington is a tremendous blocker. The thing is with him is his physical stature and tools are off the chart. So people look at him as like he should block better, he should receive better, but his physical tools are off the charts by the fact he has a 9.8 8 Raz.
Yeah, but the problem is he didn't play
He's not
basketball.
producing.
He didn't play basketball.
Yeah, he didn't play basketball.
What are you showing us right now, Kevin?
Give me the guard. Give me the guard so I can mispronounce him all throughout the year as Javalia.
Joke Raz 9.5.
Yeah, so
I like Kevin's thinking. Zavala's got a 9.5 Raz, so it's not like it's that far off from Darnell Washington. And you always need help on the offensive line. You can never have.
Pete,
I get it. It's not
Coda Martin. Who the hell is Coda Martin?
It's not sexy, but it's the right move.
My body is having a trade up moment. It's not good.
All right, well, let's see what Thomas has in store for us here.
But again, unless
if you didn't pick
a trade up, unless this pick is a trade up, then this draft isn't really very realistic.
If you didn't pick Washington, I'm going to reach through Al Gore's internet and vomit on you.
All right, well, let's see what I did.
Get ready, Ralph. The 71st pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Cedric Tillman, wide receiver from Tennessee.
Yeah,
that's kind of realistic.
Threw you for a loop here. Look,
that's kind of realistic.
The Saints need a contested catch wide receiver, and I don't trust Michael Thomas to be healthy. Derek Carr, if he's gonna be money this year, he needs a guy that he can trust.
Well, I
think Tillman. I've watched Tillman play in the SEC. This dude is a freaking beast. I can't believe this guy is a 3rd-round grade. I watched him freaking dominate all year. I watched him dominate LSU. The dude, when you want to talk about contested catches,
he looks like a wannabe little Jordan Humphrey.
I'm telling you, Cedric Tillman is the truth. I think he reminds me of Michael Thomas in the sense that he's not a burner. He's not a guy that's going to run a 4.2 40. But like when you watch his tape and you watched him play, he's going to crush it in the NFL. He reminds me of Michael Thomas with his size, his work ethic, his ability to make catches in tight windows. And look, I don't trust Thomas to be healthy, so I think they need this guy on offense.
Here's another. I'm going to give you a serious football take.
And look, passing on the guard was hard here. It was hard.
Well, remember, Cody Burns, Saints receiver coach, was from Tennessee. Tennessee.
Is that secret agent detective Cody Burns?
Cody Burns, that's right. So if the Saints
there's a certain segment
a Tennessee
of listeners that will really enjoy that joke, I think.
If they pick Tillman, I would trust them. Because it would be endorsed by the Saints scouting and the coach that used to be on Tennessee's staff. I would feel really good about it. So Andrew,
let me have it in the comments. Go ahead and let me have it in the comments. Tell us why my draft is so much greater than everyone else's on this show.
It was boring.
I nailed this draft. This draft is awesome.
I'll say yours was better than mine.
Yeah,
I'll say yours was better than mine,
but not better than mine.
No.
C plus from Biloxi Blues.
Way better.
C plus. Oh, B plus, Butteridge. Come on, man.
Yeah, Butteridge likes my draft. See, Butteridge studies more than I do.
Butteridge is biased, man. Come on.
What did Butteridge give my draft?
That's right.
What did you, Butteridge? Type in the chat what you gave.
Everybody's draft grades. I want. Ralph
October's A-.
October's gave me A-. How you like that?
This is a good draft.
Lewis likes my draft.
It would have been.
Actually, I don't even care what you guys rank my draft because it's not what I wanted to do. It's what Mickey Loomis will do. You're just grading what the Saints are going to do. I don't really give a shit.
This draft, it's sort of unfair because we
Octoberist gives Kevin a D+.
We only did 3 rounds to make it, so we didn't do 90-minute drafts.
And his army of 7th rounders.
But I will say,
and it wound up being a 90-minute draft. Anyway.
If the Saints had this 3-round draft and then traded up for a running back, it's almost perfect. Like if you said, hey, they traded all the rest of their picks and got Charbonneau, or they got McBride at running, I'd be like, it's fine. It's really good. The only thing is,
dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if this is a Saints draft through 3 rounds, I'm like, we're doing a podcast, and I'm really excited.
Yeah. Would you be excited enough to show up on time?
Boom!
Probably not.
Look at that. Hey, Ralph, is that a alarm clock fathead on the back? Is that an alarm clock?
I want to say.
I don't think Ralph can turn his torso right now.
Hey, this was a good show. I enjoyed it, guys.
You got to leave early too.
Have a great night.
I want to say, Shepherd's Peanutty, your peanut butter whiskey from a decade ago is terrible. But if you want to sponsor us, I will drink it.
They're probably not even in existence anymore.
Probably not even. I will drink it. I will love it. And
I'm only staying if Ralph chugs another airplane bottle.
I don't know if he has any.
Sully, get me another airplane bottle. Thomas, we got to do the community draft. We're going to do 2 quick ones, and then we're going to get to questions.
No, we're doing all of them, man. Come on. We can't leave our community,
All right, we'll get to them. Let's go.
Unsatisfied.
Rapid fire.
So I asked
our
our patrons on Discord to send me a 3-round Saints mock drafts, and here they are. First mock draft from Bulky. Let's rate it, guys. What grade would you give it?
Oh, well, Tyree Wilson
by the way, in case you are wondering how I got these available players in the first round, Andrew, that's how I got them. Like,
that's an F for fantasy. That's an F for fantasy.
F for fantasy.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed. There's no way Tyree Wilson is falling out of the top 10.
And Tucker.
Brian Breesy is not dropping. He's not dropping down to 40. It's unlikely to drop to 40.
If you are a patron, you know that Kevin in our riser offensive draft identified Tucker Kraft and said if the Saints want him, they better get him at 71 or 115 because he's going to be gone. Next.
He probably won't be there at 115. He likely won't be there at 115. So if you want Tucker Kraft, you got to get him at 71.
Next one from Biloxi Blues.
Can you maximize this? I can't see.
I can't.
So it's Mazi Smith at 29, Jahmyr Gibbs at 40, and Anthony Johnson Jr.
Well, I like this. I like this draft. I would give this draft a B, solid B.
Yeah,
Sneaky.
I would go. I go B plus.
I go B plus. The Saints are sneaky old at safety. I like that one. Next,
agreed.
Yes. And Anthony Johnson, one of the risers.
Jason Champagne.
Oh, this gets an A.
Dalton Kincaid, Isaiah Foskey, Zach Pickens.
I don't even like the Zach Pickens pick so much, but Kincaid and Foskey, that gets an A for me.
I don't know.
Foskey.
PFF is giving this a B. I'm going to give it a B.
Foskey being rated as a 3rd-round pick makes no sense. He has the exact same measurables and more production than Marcus Davenport. I don't understand Isaiah Foskey being.
Well, you're not an insider. You don't.
I drink peanut butter vodka. Shut up, Dave. Next,
I give that a B plus.
Peanut butter whiskey. Sorry.
Yeah.
Next one, the European draft from Monadula.
Oh wow.
Wait a minute. Was that? I'm just thinking now. Was that peanut butter whiskey? Was that invented before Screwball? Like Screwball is very popular now. And that's like a peanut butter whiskey, isn't it?
Well, Bijan Robinson at 29. Again, I give this an F for fantasy. But I mean, I guess he just picked what was available. So I guess I give this an A.
Let me tell you this. I will say this, and I'm kind of buzzed. If the Saints somehow get Bijan Robinson, I will do 6 of these. Six of these. The next time,
whiskey shots.
The next time, Thomas.
I like this one. Bijan Robinson, 1st round, Tuli to blah, 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 on the 2nd round, and Darnell Washington in the 3rd round.
Well, my favorite part about this draft is that
this is my favorite one.
Troutman would be replaced.
Troutman is off your TV forever.
I hate to admit this, but so far Monadula has probably my favorite one.
It is. I hate to say it. I hate to give Monadula compliments.
Okay, free drafts to go. Next one from Saints Rabbits. This is an interesting one.
This is
Mike Myers? Hell no. He'll kill a bitch.
This is an A for me.
I would give this a C plus.
Actually, let me take that back. A minus. A minus.
Michael Myers, Steve Avila, and Moro Ojomo.
Okay, Michael Myers. First of all, absolutely not. He'll kill you, stab you to death.
Joke Raz is a
I'm assuming Saints Rabbit.
I need some Raz.
This is not really what he would really do.
I need some Raz scores to take this series.
I'm giving this a C minus.
D plus. But the joke Raz is off the charts.
Okay, next one.
Saints
next
Rabbit.
one.
I know you shop. I know you shop.
Next
I know you shop
draft.
at Costco, Saints Rabbit.
There's no way Jack Campbell's dropping to 40.
No.
Next one from Who Golf, Bijan Robinson, Jack Campbell, and Donna Washington.
Another F. This is fantasy. Like the Saints, if the Saints got any one of these guys at 29 or 40, it would be incredible. But again, if they get Bijan Robinson, I will do 6 of these.
I know y'all set your settings to different.
You set your
Photoshop settings.
Yeah.
I should have had dinner before I did those. It was terrible.
And by the way, Badri just sent me a mock draft with Tyree Wilson and Brian Breesy as first 2 picks.
Oh my
also.
God. Badri, you go to hell. You go to hell.
And final mock draft from Nikolai. Tyree Wilson, Donna Washington with second pick, and Devon Ashani in round 3.
Devon Ashani, his Raz is kind of
That's another
trash.
F for fan. There's no way Tyree Wilson's dropping past 10.
Yeah. And A-Chain or whatever his name is, his Raz is trash. His Raz is like this podcast audio in 2015.
Oof. Ouch.
I'm okay with this. I give this a B.
No.
I don't think it'll happen, but B.
A-Chain. Thank you, Mr. Juge. A-Chain is the name.
A-Chain.
And I don't want Texas A&M people on the Saints. Texas A&M people are weird. I don't like them. I don't want them on the Saints. Just saying. So
Go Tigers.
That's right. That's right.
We gotta get. I need to get like a Willie Fritz roll wave soundbite or something.
That's right. All right, so Thomas, play it. But now we're done with we're done with the community draft. So you have to take it to the top. This prenup must hit me harder than I thought.
Foskey dropping faster than Ralph's drooping hides.
That's just mean. That is mean.
Accurate.
Accurate as AF. Mean. All right, Thomas, what you got for us?
Okay, so many amazing questions on our Patreon-only Discord. First one from Bayou Bedouin. For Kevin, this is a great question. We'll start with a bang. Would Kevin prefer having a girlfriend, but the Saints trade up, or not have a girlfriend and the Saints trade down twice this year?
Wow. By the way, Kevin, before you answer, I'm going to give my answer, and that's I wish that you don't have a girlfriend and the Saints trade down twice a year. By the way, that's just my answer. You go ahead. I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Anybody else want to weigh in before I do this?
No. I want to hear what you have to say. I mean, would you sacrifice your own personal happiness?
Yes.
Like, what means more to you?
Right.
Like, yeah, it's...
Yeah.
Hey, actually, you know what?
I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Hold on, but that's actually not true because you don't know, because they could trade up and it could lead to personal happiness, and they could trade down. That could so you don't actually know.
No, anyway, trading up. Kevin hates it. Period. And
I know Kevin. I know. All right. Anyway, all right, Kevin, go ahead.
My clarification question that I always seem to have is:
we don't have that.
No, hang on. I listen to you talk and mumble fuck around. I need to ask a question to get clarification here. You're all like, well, I gotta weigh in on my thing before you go.
The jokes were making themselves, and we just
have to. Kanye, I mean, jumping in front of the microphone.
Come on.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
You're telling me to calm down?
Step off camera and calm down for a second. So here's my question. Is the girlfriend going to be my fiance is the girlfriend going to be the future Mrs. Held or not?
No promises. You don't know.
Kevin, I'm letting you make that joke because we're closet chums, buddy. But only
thank you.
Nothing promised, Kevin. You don't know. All you know is you have a girlfriend.
Has this been a short-term or long-term thing thus far? What are we talking
about?
No,
that's the thing. We don't.
Let's go 4 months. You've been with her 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah, like
you have
she's a doctor.
4 months. The vibes are good.
She's in the medical practice.
It's obvious. I think it's obviously assumed that it's not like just one date. Like it's a girlfriend.
It's two. Right. You've been with her for 4 months. It's going well. Bada bing, bada boom. You like her.
She works in the health field.
You made her a Spotify playlist.
But the Saints are trading up.
Yeah.
Lots of unprotected sex, man. Come on.
Yeah, I tell you what. Listen,
but they're getting the guy with a name that nobody could pronounce.
Listen. Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
But you're in love, so it's fine.
No. Tomas, you got it.
Right.
Tomas got it.
Stamp.
The Saints are trading up. It can be pick 15, pick 12, pick 10, whatever.
Wow.
You do you, Kevin.
Wow.
You do you. You're more important than the Saints, Kevin. You are more important than the Saints.
The Saints just traded up to 3 and gave up 3 firsts to get Will Anderson Jr.
I mean, they don't even.
They get a quarterback after signing Carr.
They've got aging IBM technology anyway. They're faxing shit in. Nobody wants. Who cares about the Saints anyway?
Listen. Rubbers or no rubbers? Trade up.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Kevin's thirsty.
We are witnessing firsthand the levels of desperation that Kevin feels currently.
That's why
that's
why this podcast wins awards.
I'm looking for a relationship, man. I gotta go.
Is it too late to submit to the?
She's an orthodontist assistant.
That could be a good clip.
Great, she can fix my teeth.
Feel my body. I'm fighting it. It wants to expel the peanut butter vodka, the peanut butter whiskey. It wants to expel it.
Anywho, next question.
Okay, next question.
No question gets better than that.
No, that's mark that one down. That's
a home run.
Next question from Saints Rabbit and Bulky. They basically asked the same question. Since we know it won't be 8 realistically,
that's what I said
how
earlier.
many quality picks do you expect the Saints to come out of the draft with?
I mean, I'll go with 1.
One.
Okay. Wow. I'm slightly more optimistic, and I'll say 2.
They're picking 29. Like one would be great.
Well, just
you mean 10?
I think Andrew and I both want to be clear here. He says quality picks, like not like how many.
Quality pick. 3. One starter, one guy that contributes a lot, and one guy that'll have one good moment in 2023.
Would you call Traquan Smith a quality pick?
No.
Yeah,
I would
no.
I would say
you got playing time.
I would say Traquan Smith is he's a pick that we lied to ourselves about that he was going to be good. He had
at the end of the day, when you look at how he did over 4 years, 5 years,
yes, he's a role.
Is he a quality play? Is he a quality pick?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's crazy.
Okay.
This is crazy. No. Fuck you, Ralph.
No. Would you call Zach Bond a quality pick?
No.
Would you call a Debo a quality pick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you call? Let me think of one more.
Marcus Tufus.
Well, would you call like Landon Young a quality pick?
Who?
Sure.
He was taken in the 7th round.
Was he a UDFA?
No, Landon Young was a 7th rounder.
I don't know.
Or sixth rounder. Maybe.
Good enough. He's on the roster. He started a game.
Whatever.
Okay.
His foot fell off.
Then I'll say 3.
3.
I'm saying 2.
I mean, 3.
Is Troutman a quality pick?
Guy.
No. They tried. You reminded me. I had forgotten for years.
They traded 4
I had
picks
forgotten. Like, I honestly, I can't believe that you guys told this to me. I had forgotten for years that we traded up to draft Troutman
for Mini Ditka.
Yeah, I had until recently.
That's right.
You just now, like you mentioned his name, and my blood boils. My blood boils.
So, what else? What's next, Thomas?
Christ. Jesus, fish boy. Yeah, I'm not a big
question. Next question from Nolly Fredo, and he asks: we've now had over a decade of the NFL draft in prime time. Do you feel this is the better model, with round 1 in one night, 2 and 3 the next, and 4 and 7 on Saturday? Or would you prefer a return to the Saturday rounds 1 to 3 and Sunday rounds 4 to 7 model?
I much prefer this model. Much prefer it.
I didn't like this model at first. I love it. The only thing is, first round, make that shit 7 minutes instead.
Yeah, it moves too slow. I agree.
Make it.
What is it about the later rounds that you need more time when you've spent the last 3 months studying the prospects? Like, no.
If you just cut it down,
if anything, I would say make it 5 minutes per pick.
No, because the TV, they want to fill 7 to 10.
I don't. You think I give a shit about them?
They do. I mean, 7 minutes. 7 minutes would get it. I think you could start the first round at 7 o'clock, and you would end at 10.
No, like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's all you get.
That's a dream for me. 5 minutes. We're gonna be doing the podcast on Thursday night at like 11. The Saints are gonna be on the clock at like 10:40.
Perfect. That's fine by me.
Anything to maximize. I love it.
Listen, hey, and support. This has been a quality show. I am killing my liver. We're having fun. Andrew showed up at his leisure. Kevin went on a rant. Dave's here.
Yeah, thanks for fitting us in, Andrew. Appreciate it, man.
Doing Dave type activities. Support the show. Go to saintshappyhour.com. Become a patron. $10. We deliver freaking more content than anybody. We churn out content pieces every freaking day. Is it good? Maybe not, but it's there every day for you, and you want your Saints content, and we give it to you. So I'm just saying.
And I've done two mock drafts in the time that this show has aired.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Very respectful.
What do you got?
How many Bijans, Kevin?
0 Bijans, but we got a Charbonnet and Israel.
These are not dog breeds, by the way. These are players.
And Israel Abanaconda forever.
That's right.
Okay, final question. This is probably the longest question ever.
My gosh,
by the way.
I can't even read that.
It's like it's back to school. It's like I have one question.
My God,
27 parts.
Well, this is a good one from Nikolai. A 3-part question. How amazing is it that a Saints player hasn't been caught up in a gambling scandal given the ease with which they could do so in New Orleans? Which players would be the ones most likely to get caught if they were? And how is Goodell going to spin this Lions gambling fiasco to take a draft pick from the Saints this year or suspend Jamal Williams?
All right.
Mike Thomas is going to bet on the number of games he's playing.
Well, first of all, you congratulations, Nikolai. You have jinxed the Saints.
That's right.
My assumption is that 7 players will be suspended as soon as tomorrow after they get pinched for gambling, thanks to you putting this out there.
In the atmosphere, yeah.
So thanks for that. But the obvious answer is, look, Alvin Kamara couldn't go to Vegas without getting in trouble.
Right. That was my...
So, and he's already gotten in trouble in New Orleans for going to a bar during COVID and getting COVID after his Christmas Day 5 touchdown or 6 touchdown, whatever it was, performance. So Kamara seems to always get in trouble at opportune times.
To be fair, if I scored 6 touchdowns for the Saints, I don't give a shit what the situation is. I would be out, hanging out, partying it up too. So,
and getting COVID.
Well, that's
Would you be drinking peanut butter whiskey?
No, that's stupid.
The answer is Chimera, and he's probably getting caught tomorrow, thanks to your question, Nikolai.
Although I wouldn't be at table.
The answer, the most saintsy answer is the 9-0 Saints. Derek Carr suspended 6 games. He gambled on women's soccer in the facility, and he's out 6 weeks.
And then Jameis Winston comes in and he breaks his back again.
That's right.
And Jamal Williams is fined.
Can you gamble on Pokemon?
They probably do have some kind of like
gamble on Pokemon
championship. So there is. I do know this
because Pokemon cards.
Because my son is a Pokemon fan. They do have so there is a card game that goes along with Pokemon.
It's really complicated.
So they're very well made.
Yeah, Dave knows this because his son plays it. Just so you know,
that's
guys.
right.
It's just his son.
Yeah.
It's just he's been paying attention to his son. It has nothing to do with Dave.
Anyway, so there is a card game. So there very well may be a Pokemon card game championship. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There you go.
So
Thomas knows. By the way,
thanks
Thomas is my son.
Thanks for the questions, guys. Thomas,
Cat's out the bag.
Thomas, before we get to the end of the show, we have some crazy MVP results. Of course, people donated, so I would murder my liver.
Crazy indeed. We still have a tie at the top. Andrew's dad and Hatchet John with 3,500 bits.
All right, well, Hatchet John and Hoodad Juge, one of you donate 1 bit and be the winner.
Thank you, Hatchet John.
Mom, what's up? Where you at?
Next one to do it wins.
Hatchet John did an amazing mock draft. He won our MVP contest. He got to sit with me and do a mock draft. His mock draft was really good.
It sounds like a punishment.
There you go.
Oh, Hatchet John!
Coming in strong. So, Thomas, give us the roll call of all the people who donated during the show.
Okay, so many donations. Thanks, guys. Saints Rabbit, Arkmich, Mike Bagger, Big JMC, Who That Golfer, October Risk, Andrew's dad, and of course, Hatchet John, the MVP.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Guys, if you want to just Venmo me personally, I'll give you my Venmo.
My wife's minibar bottle collection has like 40 something of these.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we can go.
I want to take like a big zoom out picture so that I can and send it to us. I want to zoom in. I want to like take a look at these bottles. I'm curious. And like also like what's like the oldest one that you have?
She's got like what's the
you got
Sammy
any Goldschlager? You got any Goldschlagers?
What's the Sammy Hagar?
Oh, the tequila?
No. Oh my
the tequila. She's got like a little Sammy Hagar.
Cabo Wabo?
I think. Okay, a Cabo Wabo. I think she's got a Cabo Wabo in there. Maybe. But we can do this. We can do this for months. And then you can all win the MVP contest, and I can use it to pay for my new liver.
Your funeral.
So yeah,
maybe Max will donate his.
That's right. Thanks to everybody for listening, and Andrew showing up at his leisure and supporting Saints Happy Hour. Go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron, and support the show. We can't do this without you guys. Thanks to Dave. Thanks to Andrew. Thanks to Kevin. Thanks for Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Remember, kids, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, you ought to support the one that wins awards. And until next week, the bar. Actually, not until like a couple of days. We'll be doing a post-draft show. Until tomorrow, Thursday night, the bar is closed.